Capricorns, you have the Ten of Cups. You have a lot of options. You could have dated a lot of different people. Um, you were trying to get to know a lot of different people because you didn't want to just go with the traditional 1v1, right? One on one, talking to just one person at a time, because that can get a little bit boring. For a lot of you Capricorns, again, that's a way to speed things up, right? Speed up the process of getting to know the person that would be a good fit for you. Sometimes when it comes to courting somebody, it can be a little bit slow. So the thing is that the Two of Cups, you've eliminated all of those cups that you've had, right? You eliminated all those cups that you had. You had 10 cups, right? Excluding you. And you've boiled it down to 2 other people that you would like to get to know. So you eliminated 8. You excommunicated 8 because you realized that they are not what it is that you would want as a long-term partner, a long-term relationship. So the 8 of Swords represents, so now you have to get to know these next 2 that you would be dating, right? Excluding you, of course. That would make 3. So the 8 of Swords is about how you're planning on interacting with these people. And 8 Swords are about how you plan on taking this decision very seriously as you Scorpios, as you Capricorns, sorry about that, as you Capricorns are getting to know them. Okay? 8 represents Scorpio, so that's why I probably thought about that. But this is definitely a very powerful and profound decision that a lot of you Capricorns are making. You understand that it's one of the most important decisions that you'll ever make, or you could ever make in your life, right? Whenever it is that we get ourselves into a relationship, it could very much so be the most important decision that we ever make, because this is the person that you would, want to spend the rest of your life with. And some of you may end up getting married, or some of you may end up starting a family with, buying a house, blah, 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 blah. So the thing is that the Knight of Cups now is about how, so you're going out on dates with them, trying to test them out. Not test them out in the sense of test them, but you're observing them in their natural habitat, how they naturally are, to see if those individuals really are trying to be in a long-term relationship, or if they are essentially wasting time. So the 7 of Swords is about how, as a result of this, you may find out that one out of the 2 or both are wasting your time. But let's get into this. Let's break this down some more. So the Justice and the 2 of Pentacles is about you find out that both of them are probably wasting your time, right? Now stick around, because here's where things get interesting. You're still going to get to know other people. So you find out that both of those individuals that you're getting to know, not together, you're not going out on a triple date, you're not, you know what I mean? You're not going out on a love triangle date, which you and the 2 people that you're courting at the same time. You are courting the both of them, trying to get to know them separately from one another, right? And you realize that both of them are a waste of time because they're telling you lies. So the Justice represents how, so you have to do yourself a service, Capricorn, by leaving them alone. Like it is, as I said before, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to romantic relationships, when it comes to job relationships, great. If you're doing a great job as far as financially, business-wise, you may be loved by a lot of people on the job. But at the same time, when it comes to romance, it's very difficult for you Capricorns, because people look at the relationship, unfortunately, like a business transaction between you and them. So when you're not looking at it like that, a lot of people are looking at it from a perspective of what they can get out of you. And sometimes you Capricorns can switch. You can be turning some of the people off respectfully. You could be turning some of the people off because a lot of you Capricorns, like I said before, my favorite planet is one of my favorite planets is Saturn. So you could be turning some of the people off by your ambition, right? You know what it is that you want. And sometimes when people are trying to tell you to slow down, you Capricorns may not necessarily want to hear that, right? Because you're your own boss. You do what it is that you want to do. So the Justice now represents, but you find out that you and both of these two people, that you have eliminated the other 8 because you used to have the 10 of Cups. You realized that both of them are not going to be a very good match for you. That's the reason why you got the 2 of Pentacles. So the Hermit now is about how, so when you found out that both of those people would essentially turn out to be a waste of time, you Capricorn started to realize that it's really within your best interest to kind of take a little bit of a break. Not too much of a break. When I say a break, I'm talking about 2-3 days. I'm not talking about a real break in the sense of, you know, you're actually taking a week off, 2 weeks off, a month off, 2 months off. This very much so speak about how you Capricorns are just kind of, you know, if you have an apartment or if you own a home, just kind of not really being seen or not going out on the town for like a week or two, you know, and normally you would be an outside person, or you would be moderately an outside person. You don't have any problems really going outside or any of that type of stuff. You would just, you would just more than likely be the type of person to just ultimately, at this situation, ultimately just stay by yourself. And, you know, you don't want to be associated with the general public. So you'll stay inside your residence and just kind of deal with why that didn't work out and why those people weren't really serious about really getting into anything serious with you. But the 7 of Cups and the Knight of Swords represents how, but a lot of you Capricorns will continue to date though. The 7 of Cups represents back out here onto the market. You're getting back on into the dating pool and trying to see who it is that you can date. And the Knight of Swords represents the potential partner that you really want. So we need to definitely clarify this Knight of Swords, because I don't necessarily know if this Knight of Swords is a legitimate person that is stepping forward, that's more clear, and the choice is more obvious than the other 6 that you're talking to, or the other 7, because it could be another person added on top of the 7 to make 8. Or if it's the idea of the person that you want, right? The person that has these traits about them. So let's clarify some of these cards. Okay, so let's clarify the Knight of Swords. The 3 of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and then you have the Queen of Wands, right? Because the 3 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles is about how you Capricorns, again, you're looking for that holy trinity, right? You're looking for that great connection with somebody for you to more than likely start a family with, right? You want to be able to get it done correctly the first time around, or maybe even the second time around. But the point is, you want to get it done correctly. You don't want to continue to make the same mistakes. And the King of Pentacles, yes, you would want somebody that has money so the 2 of you can both contribute, or you should want to contribute, right? But you're getting duds. You're getting individuals that present themselves a certain type of way, but aren't necessarily that way though. But here's the thing. Here's the spin though. The spin is with the Knight of Swords, right? The 10 of Cups represents you want this relationship to be a whirlwind, in the sense that these are people that have the correct traits. They love you, they admire you, they respect you. They also have a backbone, and they're not going to take your they're not going to take your stuff, but at the same time, they know what it is that they're talking about and they know where they're headed. And the two of you have common interests to where the two of you, or they're open-minded, or or you may be open-minded to get involved into some of the things and the interests that they're into, or they're interested in what you've got into, or the both of you are interested in not only each other, but what the two of you have in common. And the Queen of Wands is about how, and this is, so again, this is what it is that you're looking for. This person may not necessarily step forward and present themselves to be a standout from the other people that you are going to get to know, because you're going to get to know multiple people again. It's not one-on-one. You're trying to cut back on that time, right? Because time is something that none of us can essentially really ever get back. Really, you can't go back in time, unfortunately. So a lot of you Capricorns are trying to make up for that mistake that you've made when you were younger of not dating multiple people, so you can get a better understanding of it, right? And I even see a lot of you Capricorns even online. Sorella Moore, she's a Capricorn. She's dating a lot of guys right around now, trying to see, and Sorella's a millionaire, so certified. So the thing is that the Queen of Wands represents, so these are the traits that you ultimately want in yourself, in the other person, because you have it within yourself. So it's a very interesting time right now for a lot of you Capricorns. Let's clarify the justice, right? What happened to these people? Would they be miserable? What's going on with these two people now that you are getting to know, that you found out that both of them weren't really a good mix for you? The Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and then you have the Ace of Wands, right? The Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. These two cards right here, you already have the Hermit, right? You already have the Hermit here. So the Hermit and the Queen of Pentacles is about you Capricorns. You kind of disappear from, you just stay in your house. You disappear. You separate yourself from the public. You stay in your house for like a week or two and just kind of deal with the dysfunction of how difficult it can be sometimes, to where when you're putting yourself out there, even if those people may not necessarily be jerks, they just want something different, right? And the two of you may not necessarily have the same long-term goals, right? You Capricorns are striving to have your business fixed, your health, right? But finances, but the area that you're struggling with the most is love, right? And the thing is that the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands is about how, again, you would like that marriage and the bells, or even if marriage is not really for you, a monogamous relationship where the two of you are spiritually married. You live together, maybe you don't live together, but the two of you are in love, and the two of you very much so are committed to one another, even if there's no ring. So regardless of you have the ring or not, you still want to be in a committed relationship with somebody. It just, it just depends on if you have the ring or not. But the Ace of Wands is about how, since that's the case, you've been coming up snake eyes, and you're trying to figure out, like, you're trying to also think, what is the best solution that you can come up with to solve this problem? And truth be told, Capricorn, if we're really telling the truth to shame the devil, you really can't solve that problem. Ultimately, people within themselves have to change. If people make a decision that they don't want to change for their own good, then there's ultimately nothing that you can really say or do about that to really stop them from doing that. So other than that, that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.